Alrighty, looks like I am live. I figured I'd do a quick show. I didn't have any guests that wanted to come on or anything, so I figure I'd just do a show tonight. Hopefully, everybody shows up. I'm gonna give everybody a little bit of time to come on. I'm gonna do a little something on my phone till I get some people in here live, since nobody really knew I was doing a show. Looks like nobody watching, huh? I don't know if it shows up. I'm going to go look now and see if it shows up as an event in my YouTube channel. That'd be interesting to see that. I don't know that it does. Let me go to, that way I could at least see. I always wondered that if I'm live on my Pixelbook like I am right now, if it's going to show up as an event going on right now, because you click a different button, you don't set up an event ahead of time. So I wanted to see how that does. And I know they haven't incorporated live studio yet in with the new studio. They haven't incorporated live. So I'm going to go over to the old one and say, oh yeah, it does. It says live now. Now, I wonder if I can get that link for it. Oh wow! So it's set up just like a live control room. Yeah, so that's how I would get it. Very cool. So I can share here. Right. Interesting. So if I go over here, let me try it. Let me just see. Let's see. I'm going to put that in Facebook, put it over there. I don't know why. Just see if somebody comes over there and watches it. And then here, I'll put it over in Google Land, in Google Plus, since I still can for like 10 minutes. Live. Let's see. And let's put that there, see what happens. Let's just see. We'll do it just for the fun of it, just to see. Let me go see now if anybody actually has come in. Yeah, 2 people are watching. Nice. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Let me just put All right, tonight's topic. I got to go to my handy Google Keep because I use Keep for everything. I'm going to talk about tonight's show. I want to talk about if you could have something your way about the products that you use, what would it be? And the other thing to that is do you send feedback when you do have that option, or you have that thing that you want better? Let me give you a perfect example. I know I've talked about this a couple times now. I talked about it when Christina was on my show. Hey, Keenan, how are you, sir? Good to see you. I would love to have communities in YouTube that truly means communities. What I mean by that is, to me, it's not a community. It's more of a bulletin board, their term for communities. And I actually sent this in as feedback. I send it in as feedback every time I want to use it that way. A community is a place where like-minded people of a certain product enjoy that. I think YouTube would be great if they did something like, if you remember Blab, how they had categories. I know Twitch does categories. Like you have certain categories and stuff. Hey, everybody. Hey, all. I think it would be cool if YouTube had categories or communities or whatever. Call it whatever you want. But it'd be really cool. And here's my idea on this. This is what I'm thinking. I think it would be cool to have, for example, a community on Star Wars. Okay, so if you had this category or community on Star Wars, anybody that had a YouTube channel that liked that or had you could come on as a how could you put it? I don't know what you would call that, like a category specific YouTube channel that was just for Star Wars or cartoons of Star Wars or something like that, or reviews of Star Wars movies, something like that. That could be a YouTube channel that's on there, and then have people in the community that can come in and just have this community where everybody of like-minded people can post. Another example would be like if you're into astronomy and space, I think it would be really cool to have an astronomy category or community or whatever you want to call it, category. And you could go click on that and you would see a bunch of channels you could even feature channels. It could have an algorithm that just featured those channels for those particular things that you're interested in. It's just another way for YouTube, instead of them having an algorithm that says that, hey, you've been to 2 or 3 of these sites, and this is the kind of thing you like, you could actually go and pinpoint exactly what you wanted to. Or if you wanted to if you're into head-to-head talk shows, or you want to learn something about, I don't know, a particular product or marketing or whatever, or business or whatever, you could have a category for those kind of things. I think that would be really, really cool to have YouTube categories. That's a wish that I have. So it's Christmas time, you get to wish and all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to throw this out. You guys give me some of your ideas of some of the things you think of. Here's another one that I thought of the other day. And excuse me, I'm going to take a quick drink here. Hey, Lowland. Hey, Tom and Andrew. How you guys doing? Good to see all of y'all too. Thank you for the thumbs up. I see a couple thumbs up there. I appreciate you. Here's another one I thought of because my good buddy Andrew Hatchett, he started a blogger for user to user. So when Google Plus goes away, I would love to see, this is just me personally. I think it would be really cool to have a blogger directory, so to speak, kind of the same thing as what I'm talking about on YouTube. Even if you had a YouTube directory or something, it'd be so hard to do because there's so many millions and millions of people that have different things and themes and stuff like that. I mean, like reviews, like if you're reviewing a specific camera or you're reviewing different things like that, it would be cool to have a blogger directory where you could go in and say, hey, I want to check out reviews on Pixel phones or just smartphones, or just compare an iPhone to this. And I know you can search that, but it'd be cool to have a blog directory where you could feature people and get people out there. Same thing on YouTube. So I'm kind of tied these two together. Again, so for those of you that are just joining, I'm thinking up what is themes or what's your wish? If you had a wish, you used different programs and things like that, things that you can send feedback in. I wish it had this feature. Tell me about it in the comments if you have some. No matter what it is, I don't care if it's a game, whatever, whatever you want to talk about. This is about you and wish and Christmas wishes and stuff like that. So that's why I wanted to kind of theme that this way. It's interesting because with search and Google, they make it really easy to find those specific things that you want. But I think for community building and growing and possibly building channels or building your blog and getting out there, I think it's more sociable if you did that kind of thing. Let's see. Simply Beth. Hey, Simply Beth, how are you? So it sounds like you're something. There's my text. You wish people were better at tagging their videos. I guess you could say that. More than that, though, more than tagging their videos, I think that communities could be titled properly. And if you've ever seen Google Plus communities, I think they're awesome because there's specific topic. Like if I just bought a Pixel phone, you can go to the Pixel one and boom. If I bought a Google Home, I can go strictly to that. If I bought a brand new radio or a Mac, a MacBook, and I wanted to find out like people and we could all talk about it. That's what a community is. Not talking specifically to one person. It's more of a YouTube now is like a billboard. That's what I say, or bulletin board, I should say, not a billboard, but a bulletin board. Whereas you're always talking back to that one person, whereas the communication doesn't usually go between all the people, and you can't start a post in there. That's what my wish is. So that's what I'm thinking on that. But thank you for your feedback. Tell me if you guys have anything. Let's see, Andrew, better tagging would certainly be a beginning. Yeah, it would, but it's not kind of what I'm talking. I'm talking about building that collaborative part. I know people used to love Blab because you could get in there and see live people. That would be a cool thing. Have a community of live events that are going on right now, and then break that down into, well, I don't want to see political live, but I'd like to see sports live, or I'm into fantasy football or something. I want to go see that. Those kind of, I think if you had a community of that, a whole bunch of people going that same place, giving comments, leaving feedback, and make it intriguing and interesting, it builds more of the collaboration, and I think gives more views. That's my opinion. I'll give you an example. Geeks on Tour just put out, and I know I'm probably promoting them, but I'm good with that because I love what they do and they do a good job. They just put out an amazing video. And this is one of the things that I asked for a long time ago with, I know it's an Android thing, Android phone to Android phone. If you get a chance, go see this video. Maybe I'll post it in here so you guys can see it after the replay. After I'm done here, I'll put it down in the comments. It's Android Beam. If I have a picture on my gallery or in my Google Photos, I bring that picture up. And if my phone and my brother's phone, both Android, and all we do is touch them, that picture goes over to that one. That's so awesome and so easy. I've always wanted that. And it's so cool that they put a video out. It kind of intrigued me to start this wish list kind of thing for Christmas show that I'm doing today. It's kind of my Christmas theme show for wishing and wanting, having that wish list. Andrew says, one thing is who would run the community, block spammers, remove trolls, etc. Well, Andrew, that's a great point. I mean, you're worried about, all I'm saying is get a wish list, let's get it going, get that kind of thing, and not necessarily here, there's always going to be, there's trolling now. You know what I'm saying? There you have that now. There's block methods now that YouTube obviously blocks a lot of that stuff. And when it doesn't, you could have moderators on there just like you do on this. If somebody came into my live show and they trolled and you saw it, and because you're a moderator on my channel, you can block it. Have the same things. Nothing changes when it comes to that. I just think it's more collaborative in doing it that way. Lolan says, yes, the Android Beam video was so helpful. Oh my gosh, I just love that. It kind of stinks though, because my wife has an iPhone, so we can't do that kind of thing. But my goodness, it's so awesome. I get a photo, have my brother say, hey, you got a photo of such and such? I take a picture, boom, pull that picture up, touch our phones, and now it's on his. I just love that. It's so simple and easy and great. Goes right into his gallery. He can do whatever he wants with it. I love the convenience of that. Very simple. Hey, Mark Barris, how are you? I see you just came on. Thank you, folks. I see there's 3 thumbs up now. I appreciate you guys thumbs upping. Simply Beth says, I think you are describing a different platform. YouTube embraces being a search engine. You are describing a more social focused platform. Oh, no. I know exactly what you're saying. Make it more of a directory then. You don't have to call it social or community. Just make it a directory. Have a directory. You could even go that route. And again, this is just my wish. I'm just wishing that I think it would be more beneficial for YouTube, because I think more things would get watched. When I go look for a couple of videos and I don't find them within 2 or 3, I usually just let it go. And then I'm like, I guess I can't find anything on that. Or unless I just try and dig until I find an answer. But a lot of times I don't. Whereas if you're in a community where it's social, you can ask for that help and you get, hey, yeah, you can do that. Here's what you do to do that. I don't know. It's just a thought. It's just a kind of a wish or a thought. You're right. I do kind of like, I think they're trying to make it social. So my thing is, by using the word communities, that's not social. All that is just communication to the person that owns that channel. But I appreciate your input. I mean, Andrew says, I think a really good directory would work better than a community type thing. That would require some type of structure and oversight. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Sounds a bit like Google Groups. Yeah, sort of, but it's more of, I mean, YouTube's already set up that way. It'd be a lot nicer to have, YouTube the way it is and just have where you can pull down a directory and see certain things. It's like having a TV channel, on your TV. You can go choose the things you want to watch. Since YouTube is a place where you want to go watch, instead of them trying to figure out what algorithm, I may ponder on something and say, oh my gosh, this is really cool. I'm going to have to go check that out, or I'm going to go look at that. Whereas they're only using an algorithm on me looking at something that's similar that I looked at before. Whatever. And I didn't mean to beat YouTube to death or whatever. It's just my wish and my thing. Like I said, on the blogger thing, same thing. If I want to watch people's blogs, or if I want to follow a certain person, or I want to do, that kind of thing, I think a blogger directory would be really cool to have, just to see all the blogs that are out there, just what product does a blog, and how would I go about looking through that or checking that out? I think that'd be cool. I mean, just my thoughts, some wish things. What else? Tell me something that you guys wish it had. The community tab is named after each creator's personal channel community. Oh, I get it. I understand. I know exactly what you're saying. My thing is don't name it community, because it's really not a community. It's a community of one that people can interact with that one person. When I think of community, even in my neighborhood, it's not just one person living in that neighborhood. It's all kinds of people, right? And we all talk to each other and that kind of thing. That's all. I mean, change the name. That's fine. I mean, for what it is. I was just bringing it up because I thought that was interesting that, and I've told them that. I've given that feedback plenty of times. Mark Barris, is there a way of adding a hashtag to a blogger search and finding a specific blog? Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I'm sure there might be. I was just thinking if they had a directory, though, it'd be kind of cool to kind of see a whole bunch of different blogs or different people's blogs based on specific types of things. If it's just like photographs or Colorado or whatever. I mean, if it's just, those kind of things, I was just thinking a directory would be kind of cool. Let's see. I think different creators have the opportunity to make their community more communal. Yeah, to a limit. I mean, I can't start a post. If I want to contact this person, and I have to respond to something that's already been posted, which to me is kind of silly, but especially if I'm this guy, I know, like I have a good friend, Gord Eisman. If I go into his channel and I have a Camtasia question, that's great. But if I have something else that I saw him do and I wanted to ask him about that, I have to go find a comment in that community to respond to something that's totally off subject. I can't directly do that. Sure, I can work through, try and figure out how to get in touch with him. But my point is community would build more of that is all. That's all I'm saying. I'm not being critical of the way it is. I'm just telling you what my wish list is. Tell me what you wish for. If this Christmas you could get whatever you wanted, what would that wish be? Andrew says, just another example of Google's misuse of the English language. I guess, whatever. And Mark Bear says a directory would be the ultimate. I think so too, Mark. That's why I brought it up. Lowlands, I wish that this chat thing here could be embedded and stay on my website along with the YouTube embed. Yeah, that's a good wish. And one of the things I would say to you is, do you send feedback about that? Because I do that. I do that all the time because I agree with you. To have that in bed where everything's all together, that'd be kind of nice, wouldn't it? But you can pop out chat. I don't know if you know this, but you can pop out the chat and embed that chat, I believe. I'm pretty sure you can. I could be wrong on that, so don't misquote me on that, but I think there's a way to do that. So then you would have it'd be separate, but it'd be like you could have it on the same page. I think. I don't hold me to that because I don't know that that's absolutely true. But and that might solve what you need. I don't know. I know there's other stuff that's I think. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to that. I'm sorry. I could be misspoken. Andrew says using Blogger and what is it? And the how-to as search terms gives you this, and then he puts down whatever that is. So I think anything that you can do to help save time, or I know I watch more YouTube than I do TV now. I really do, because there's a lot of time. It's more entertaining at times. It's more productive. It's more learning. I love watching a YouTube video that gives me, because it's real people doing the same stuff that I'm doing. I like that. I think it's so cool. And I see what you're saying, Lolan. You say that I've heard it only stays live while the live stream is occurring. You may very well be right on that. You're absolutely right. Good point. Point taken. Totally get it and understand. The only thing you could do there is, no, you couldn't. Oh yeah, you could. If you recorded your website, while you're doing your show and you had an outside software that recorded the chat and the video, then when you replay it, you would just replay that video with the chat on screen with it. You could do something like that. That would be the only way to capture all that. But I get what you're saying. Other wish. What other wish do you wish you had? Okay, this one is a personal one, and everybody knows that I'm a Google guy and all this kind of stuff, and I love my Google products. I wish that all of the Google, like Gmail, Calendar, Drive, all of those had all the same stuff on the little sidebar. That's my wish. I wish I had that. And you guys have probably heard me say all these before, but I figured this is the end of the year, Christmas time, wish list. That's my wish list. And let's see here. Mark says, if I did a hashtag for user to user, would that bring up all of the stuff in YouTube? Don't know the answer to that, Mark. Have no clue. Not for me. I mean, not on my stuff, because I don't record for user to user, if that's what you mean. I'm not sure what you mean on that. Yes, love the calendar, keep, etc. sidebar. Andrew says, "Yep." Trying to think of another wish list thing. One thing. Oh, I know. One thing that I always mention. I wish that I had my text messaging. Like, I wish I could incorporate text messages into that same sidebar. So if I had Textra, since I use Textra or whatever, if I use WhatsApp or if I use, Google's the Android messaging that comes with it, if I used iMessage, whatever I use, I would like to be able to bring that app into that little sidebar along with my Gmail, my calendar, and all that kind of stuff, that little sidebar. That would be so productive for me. That's what I would love to see. I would love to see that. And the reason I say that is because a lot of times I'm adding an event to my calendar from my Gmail, but then also I'm sending a Gmail based on something from my calendar. So I want to go back and forth with those and have those over there. But my text messaging, like my brother will text me, hey, did you get Steve Johnson from such and such, his phone number, in a text message instead of a Gmail? I know I can forward that to a Gmail. I actually did a help tip on that, how to do that in our private community. I showed that. that is a possibility to do all that, but rather than send it to a Gmail from my phone, I would like it to be incorporated in there just because I'm already using that app. That would be my thing. Let's see. Mark says, Mark, it probably would if you used user to user. See, so you have to know which one to use. I was just wondering about YouTube being the community for the user to user. Oh, that's a personal thing. I don't know. I mean, that's up to Andrew how he wants to do that. Lolan says, yes, I see the value of having your text message being in the sidebar. Absolutely. I mean, I use that. We use that at work all the time. A lot of the times the guys will do a text message, but they won't send a hangout message or they won't send an email or whatever. And that's fine. I don't want to get bombarded with a bunch of emails that should be text messages. I would just like, that would be a wish for me to be able to incorporate that is all. That's what I would like to do. That would be fun and to have that. Other wish lists. I wish everyone have a Merry Christmas. That's important to me. Seriously, I hope everybody's happy this Christmas. That's a big deal to me. I know we make a lot of friends in these things and in the social part of it. That's a big deal to me is to have fun and have a Merry Christmas and have the friendships and being able to chat and do these kind of things is important. That's what I wish for. Everybody have a healthy, happy Christmas with as many people as you can. That's a big deal to me. Any other wishes? If you guys have any other wishes, throw them out there. I only wanted to go about 30 minutes, coming up on that now. But if you guys have anything, feel free to throw it out there and let's hear what you have to say. Let me take a drink real quick because I've been running my mouth for a few seconds here. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Simply, thank you very much. Wow. For Connecticut, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. How to that? I have not seen you, young lady, in a long time, if that's the one I'm thinking of. And thank you for that wish, Michael. Oh, you bet. Absolutely. No, I love when you people come on and talk and we can talk, have intelligent conversation and this kind of stuff. And again, it's kind of one-sided because it's me in here, you guys on the outside. Andrew says, I wish the dust would settle on this whole G plus thing. Okay, Google Plus. Yep. I hear you. I understand that. Well, they're trying to make it the sooner as they can. So apparently they're trying to. Yes, that's awesome. I really appreciate you folks leaving some comments there. I wish my car and more cars fit my 5.2-inch body. I love it. That's a great one. That's an awesome one. I like that. I like that too. Tom says, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you, Tom. I'll probably do a show next Wednesday. We'll just get on and I'll invite people in. Put a link out here. You can come in and we can all just sit there and chat, have a good time and talk and just let it be open conversation. People can come in as they want. We can watch the YouTube chat while we're going. I think that would be a fun thing to do, just kind of like an open house. Just come in, chat if you want to. If you don't want to, you can come on and just through chat messages. I thought that would be an interesting one for the end of year kind of thing. So probably next Wednesday I'll do a show after Christmas. It just depends because we're supposed to go out of town too. So I don't know if I can, but Andrew says, hope all have a great holiday season and buckle your seatbelt. 219 is going to be a bumpy ride. Okay. I hear you. Yes, it should be bumpy and fun. Should be good, though. Should be a good time. I have a brand new grandson going to be born in 2019, so I'm looking forward to that. So, but yeah, so awesome. I think it's awesome. So it's been 30 minutes. If you guys don't have anything else, I'm going to end this. But if not, you guys tell me, and I will. I'll answer some more or. Whatever you want to do there, folks. I appreciate you coming on and just chatting with me tonight. It was a good 30 minutes, and I love talking about this kind of stuff. I could talk about this stuff all the time. So thank you again, folks. If anybody has anything, jot it, put it in there. I'll give you, I know there's a delay, about 30 seconds or whatever, but Andrew Hatchett, yes, the Chinese phrase will apply. May you live in interesting times. There you go. Grandchildren are such fun. Yes, indeed. Oh my God, I already have one. I have a granddaughter, so who's a year and a half, so I know exactly what that's all about. And yes, you're right. So compliments of season to all. Yes, I agree. Absolutely. Can I wish for peace on earth and goodwill? Absolutely. I totally agree with you. Yes, let's all get along and have these kind of conversations. We don't have to agree with everything. We don't have to agree. I mean, that's one thing I love about this is that it's open and we're having discussion. That's what's so cool. As long as we're talking, something good can only come out of it, right? That's the way I feel. And I love that. Peace on earth is good and goodwill is good. So I appreciate all of you folks. Appreciate you guys this holiday season. I hope everybody stays safe. I hope it's a wonderful one for you. I'm going to be wrapping up. Oh, Sheila says, sorry, I'm late. I'll catch up in the replay. Yeah, no problem. I'm just finishing up here, Miss Sheila. But I do appreciate everyone that came in tonight. I love seeing you guys showing up and adding your comments. We had all kinds of folks in here. I know all about vehicles showed up. He was one of the first ones to show up. Lowland came in. Andrew came in. Thomas, Simply Beth, thank you so much for joining. Mark Barris ended up showing up for a little while. I'm sure he's still there. And Tillette, am I saying that right? Tillette in Connecticut came in. Thomas Lingle, I think I already said, did I? I don't know. Whatever. I can't remember what I said. And then Miss Sheila coming in. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you guys for everything. And we'll chat with you next time. We'll see you next week. Most likely, unless I'm out of town. I could be out of town, but if I am, then I won't see you till 2 weeks from now. But thank you so much. We'll see you in the new year if need be. So thank you, folks. I'm going to shut her down. Thank you for watching, and we will be in touch, and I will get back to you. Andrew Hatchett, thank you so much for your generous Christmas gift that you sent me. I wanted to say that publicly. I do appreciate it. Received it 2 days ago, and I appreciate you. Folks, I wanted to say Merry Christmas and have a very, very prosper and healthy and safe new year. Thank you, folks. Appreciate you. Oh. And Sheila, I'm supposed to thank you as well. Thank you, Miss Sheila. Thank you very much. Bless you and Merry Christmas. All right.